Hello, historians and scholars. This is Mr. Williams. I'm here to talk to you about Thomas Jefferson and the Louisiana Purchase. This is take three because I keep messing up my dad joke. So here goes. Did y'all ever hear about Mozart's chickens? Yeah, he loved his little chickens. He'd pet them, treat them like his little buddies, and he'd talk to his little chickens. And he'd say, "Who's your favorite composer?" But then they'd all say, "Bach, Bach, 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 Bach." So he killed them. I don't know if you're allowed to say that in a dad joke, but oh well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the situation assignment. And that's what we're dealing with. You should be able to see my whole screen, including this annoying little button here that I'm going to get rid of. So here's the deal. When you click on this Google slide, you're going to be taken to this. And the first slide is a working slide, an assignment slide. And the second slide is also an assignment slide or a working slide. I'm going to start here at the directions. So here's the deal. And look, you can see it on the working slide over, where's my, oh, I'm not presenting, so I don't have a laser pointer. Right up here, if you can see my mouse, it says step one, read TCI 15.2. So yeah, let's check that out and see. Okay, and here's a little, so here's a multiple choice question we're going to answer. And honestly, the goal is I don't need you to get the correct answer. I want you to have a good idea. I want you to explain your great idea. So again, I don't need you to look ahead and get the correct answer. What I do need you to do, I know I'm muted. Didn't you see the screen chat thing where I said I'm screencasting something for you guys? Gosh. No. So, anyways, back to you, wonderful people. Let's see. You got to choose one of these, put it in here, and then also put it down here. But then the key is you really want to explain your choice well. So, let's say you choose A. Well, no, I've said that all day. Let's say you choose B. I want you to say, the United States should select option B because, and really dissect it and tell me what's great. Give me at least two things that's great about option B, whatever one you actually do pick. And then make sure you pick the other two that you didn't pick. It's and still
All right, he said he is recording.
oh, okay. Sorry. And then make sure you go through the ones you didn't pick and tell me what's wrong with A. Tell me why A was okay but not as good as your choice, and tell me why C is just terrible. Like really go through point by point and break them down point by point. So again, yeah, really draw out that explanation. Only take 2 to 3 sentences. Make them good. Make them count. Have details. So, anyways, that's the main thing here. The second thing you're going to do is you need to annotate this map. Annotations are different than labels. Labels are just tags that tell you what something is. If I were to label this helmet, this would be visor, and I'd have a little thing that just says visor. This would just say face mask. Okay, great. Chin strap. Now, an annotation is a label with an explanation of what's important about this. Uh, Visor keeps the sun out of your eyes, so you can't blame the fact that you missed the catch on the sun being in your eyes when your coach yells at you. Face mask. Face mask protects your beautiful visage and your moneymaker, your face. It protects your face. That's my annotation, where I have a statement that declares what is important and valuable about that piece that I want you to pay attention to. Chin strap. I'm not just going to write chin strap. I'm going to write chin strap, colon or dash. Keeps head connected to helmet, unless decapitation. But anyways, so we're working on annotations, not just labels. What you need to do here, oh boogers, it looks like I already did it. See this one? It's Thomas Jefferson. Now, Thomas Jefferson should have been over here. And what you guys want to do is not leave it over here. You don't want to bring it down to Texas. I think he'd have some weird thoughts about Texas. But anyways, you want to bring these boxes to where they belong. Okay. Where does Thomas Jefferson belong? Well, okay, let's think about it. What was his job during all this? He was the president of the United States. Where would the president be? He'd be in Washington, D.C. So you want to drag this over to about where Washington, D.C. would be. That's good. That's good. It gets a little bit in the way. This would be weird. But you know what? You can have it here as long as you do this. Get a line and attach it to your annotation. Make sure it's big enough to actually see, and take it to where it should be. Let's see, Washington, D.C. is right about there, in that armpit of Maryland, where the Chesapeake Bay is, where they get all those crabs and stuff. Yeah, do that. So again, that function would be right up here, the line. You drag it to where you need to connect things. So that's your goal there. So let's undo that. Okay, so here we are. Now, also, so far we're just labeled. We've accurately labeled. The other thing you want to make sure to do is use this box to say something important. I put in some sentence starters. I gave you hints. I even told you what paragraphs to use in this one and this one. So yeah, make sure you're explaining something important. You can limit yourself to just what I'm asking you to, or you can also do what I'm asking you to do and kind of go off and show a little bit more mastery. That would be fantastic. So all three of these boxes should be moved to where they should be appropriately located. And additionally, what you want to do is add the information into the annotation box to really annotate, not just label. All right. So now those are your two pages of the assignments there and there. Okay, great. Here's our instructions. Step one, you're going to read the TCI scans of chapter 15, section 2, not whole book TCI. You guys don't have it, so I scanned it. It's the Louisiana Purchase. You want to stop where it says a noble bargain on slide number 3. Okay? So remember, I have that little note right up here. Read TCI 15.2, stop at noble bargain. Well, it says it's on slide 3. Here it is. Now, if you look, that's, oh man, that's small and fuzzy. I know. I actually already had scans that were way better and I forgot about them. So I put these in, worked really hard on it. I hope you'll appreciate it and love it. I do. If it's too small, remember, just use the present button and it'll really blow up and be big. Okay. So that's our goal there. So we want to read this paragraph, then this paragraph, and look, it even says stop here for part 1. Great. Okay, we're going to stop here temporarily. We go to slide 1. Let's double check those instructions. Yeah. Read the TCI scans, stop at a noble bar, check. We just did that. Step 2, answer the multiple choice question on slide number 1. What action should the U.S. take? And explain in 2 or 3 sentences on slide number 1. Let's go check that out. This is what I was telling you about earlier. Yeah, right here. Here's the question. What action should the U.S. take? I might have forgotten a question mark, but oh well. Pick A, B, or C. Type in A, B, or C right there. Make sure you delete this red text like I tell you to in red text. And then just put in that A, B, or C again, and then make sure you do a good job of explaining. Really highlight the strong point of your answer, the one that you're picking, and really dissect and take apart the problems of the other ones. Show me, tell me why they're so bad that you didn't pick them. All right. We just finished step 2. We're on to step 3. Read and watch the remainder of TCI 15.2 on slides 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Slides 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, here it is. Look, you can see those little letters that I had written. Stop here at part 1. Yeah, well, now we're going again. So here's a noble bargain. You start reading. Okay, done with that one. Remember, if it's too small, just click the present button up here and it will enlarge. Let's see. Okay, next. Yeah, I'm going to read that. It all turns out to actually be like 2 pages of reading. So we're on to our second page here. Last slide. Here's a couple more paragraphs. Gives you some good details about the money involved here. Here's something important. Opponents also accused Jefferson of doing something. So there are, whatever decision Jefferson is going to make, there are some people that aren't too happy about it. Cool. And here's our kind of resolution here. Here's some important stuff. Last thing, we're done reading. I want you guys to watch this video. You should be able to click on it. If not, here's a backup link. And just in case, there's a backup to the backup link. All right, good talk. And now, last step, you need to annotate the map. This is what I'm talking about. I'll give you the labels. You need to annotate. Annotate means to provide a description of importance with the label. Drag the text boxes to where the label should be placed and go to town on those descriptions. So here we are again. Remember these? Drag them to where they need to be, use an arrow or a line if you need to, and make sure you give me some good writing about what's important about the Louisiana Territory. What's important about New Orleans? Why should we care about New Orleans in the first place? That is number 1, obviously. And Thomas Jefferson really get into his dilemma. It says right there. Yeah, I mean, it's all there for you. You guys can do this. You guys are a talented group. Have at it. Enjoy the Louisiana Purchase because it brings on some like amazing stuff in U.S. history and some super important dilemmas down the line. Thank you for listening.